about everything from faith, natural living, and love and marriage. And today I'm going to be talking about Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. So this couple is pretty fascinating. They've been together for 10 years, so I think that we can all learn a lot from their long marriage. These tips will be beneficial to anyone, whether they be single, married, or looking into getting into a relationship. So let's get into it. So Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. This is a true power couple, y'all. So they started as friends. They first met on the Green Lantern set where she was his love interest in the movie. And I don't know if you guys watched that movie. I don't know. My husband likes it, but I'm not really interested in DC movies. I'm more of a Marvel person. But anyways, yeah, so she played his love interest in the movie. And although they were both already with other people, Lively was with her Gossip Girl co-star Penn Badgley, and Reynolds was married to the actress Scarlett Johansson at the time. So, you know, they were friends and everything, and they went on a double date together with, you know, their partners at the time, and sparks started flying, and they said, you know, it was kind of awkward because they, you know, were clearly, you know, there was some chemistry there with them while they were on this date, but they were already with other people, and Reynolds over here being married and showing, well, not showing, but, you know, clear and obvious interest in another person. I can't imagine how awkward that double date must have been. But anyway, so in October 2010, Lively and Badgley split up, and Reynolds and Johansson divorced in December of 2010, which I don't know if it's related, but it's kind of crazy that it was so soon. That must have been a crazy fall for both parties. But anyways, so they both officially started dating in June 2011 after the divorce was finalized. And there was rumors that they had started dating in October 2011, but I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if they started dating in June 2011. But anyway, so yeah, they started dating in October 2011, and they got married the following year in September 9th, 2012, which I fully applaud them for that. I don't know. I've just always been a strong proponent of, if you know that you are with the one for you, you know, like if you find the person who you both have similar values, you both have similar life goals and stuff like that, and why wait, you know, like just get married. That's, you know, I mean, clearly I'm a proponent of this because me and my husband, we were kind of friends, we were acquaintances before, and we got married in after 5 months of knowing each other. Well, after 5 months of dating, and you know, their circumstances were different than theirs. We were in a pandemic and stuff like that. So, but I think it's just interesting. I never thought that you had to wait too long to get married. Like, if you find the one, just snatch them up and get married. And I don't know, I just think, you know, like it's just easier that way, you know, like start your life together now, like just get married now. But, you know, everybody's circumstance is different. But that's my take on that. So the couple, like I said, got married in September 9th, 2012. So they've been married for 10 years, which is, oh my gosh, I can't wrap my mind around that. Like that's just so incredible. I pray that I can get there. Well, I know my husband and I will get there. But like thinking about like 2 years, like me and my husband, we've been married for 2 years, like 10 years. Oh my gosh, like that's insane. But it's so wonderful and so amazing. They have 3 children together. And yeah, they are a beautiful couple. They're both actors, and they are both successful actors at that. So yeah, let's get on to the marriage and relationship advice. So they started as friends. They say that starting as friends is the best idea, Reynolds shared on an Entertainment Weekly series Christmas Deadpool special. And research actually supports this. A large study including 1,900 university students and crowdsourced adults, including 677 who were married or in a common law partnership. All of them were asked whether they were friends with their current romantic partner before they became romantically involved. And most participants, 68% of them, reported that their current or most recent romantic relationship began as a friendship, regardless of gender, age, education levels, or ethnic groups. So it really does count, like if you guys are friends first. And we're really like, I believe that that's because that, when you're friends with someone, you can really see them for who they are. Like anybody can fake, being smooth and kind and generous and everything that you want on your list. Everyone can fake that on a date, anybody. But really, like if you're friends with somebody, you can really see them for who they are and learn who they are, like you can spend more time with them, spend time with their family, see how they react to things. And yeah, like it really does make a difference. I feel like if you're friends with the person, if you hang out with the person before you guys get romantically involved, leads to my next point, which is they share common interests and they show interest in what the other likes. Lively told E! News we're involved in everything that the other person does, and research also supports this. The Pew Research Center in 2016 found that 44% of adults surveyed said that shared religious beliefs are important for a successful marriage. So just having common interests like religion, having common interests like, like doing stuff together, hobbies and stuff like that, common values really does make a difference, like I know the common saying is opposites attract, but research does not really support that. I know it makes a really cute Lifetime movie, but really like having common interests, having shared goals really does help, or at least just showing an interest in the other person. Like my husband, he's really interested in Batman movies, and I for one do not like Batman movies at all, but I went with him to the recent premiere of The Batman with Robert Pattinson. And although I'm not interested in the movie and I was more interested in my nachos than I was the actual movie, I was there to support him, and he loved having me there, like he loved spending quality time with me and just having that time. And it was great, that I could support him in that. And the next piece of advice is that they gas each other up. And I love this one. I really, really love this one. Reynolds said to AOL Build, "My wife knows how to rock a red carpet. I'll say that. She might be the Beyonce of red carpets," he told AOL Build. And I believe that speaking well about each other to others shows respect, which men love. I talk about this in my blog post about encouraging respect for your husband, but there's this book called Love and Respect, and it talks about how men just crave respect, that they love respect. Of course, all of us want to be respected, but for men, like being respected is so huge for them. And if you can not just show them respect, but, show your partner respect in that, but also like gassing them up, and not just gassing them up to their face, but telling others, oh yeah, like my husband is this, or my girlfriend is this, that just goes such a long way, and it shows that you respect and that you really truly love your partner and that you're their biggest cheerleader, which everybody wants that, everybody wants somebody who will support them, support their goals, and see the good in them. And the next point is that they prioritize each other and their family. Lively stated, "My husband and I don't work at the same time, so we all go together as a family," she told People of her film shooting schedule. "If we're away as a family, it's never more than for a day. We stay together." And I think prioritizing each other, especially prioritizing your time for each other, is so huge. All of us are busy, all of us have schedules, but if you can take the time and carve out time for each other, even if it's just 10 minutes in the morning, my husband and I, we have our time together in the morning before we start our day, and it's so invaluable. I love it. It's like my favorite part of the day because, we're away from the noise, we're away from the crowds, and we can just be together with each other. And it shows both of us that we prioritize each other. And that really goes a long way, I believe, in keeping your marriage strong and keeping your relationship strong. And the final point is that they keep conflict between each other and they don't attack or blame the other person. So Lively said in an interview, "In other relationships, if something came up, I would call my girlfriends or my sister and say, 'Hey, this is what he did. What should I do?'" Lively told Glamour, "Where with him, we were friends for 2 years before we were ever dating, and I treat him like my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, this happened, it upset me, this is how I feel. What do I do? And he does the same for me. He treats me like his best buddy." And I think that's so precious. Yes, girl, I don't think that you should involve, okay, let me phrase this correctly. if you have a conflict in your marriage, I think that it should be resolved between you and your spouse. Because if you involve other people, especially like family members or friends, it's just gonna make things messy. And I've experienced this in my marriage, involving like family members in my problems, and it just made things like bad. Like, of course, because your family and your friends, like, they've known you longer, they love you. Of course, I'm sure they may love your spouse, but I think that it's just inevitable that they will take your side over your spouse's side because they're biased, like they know you, they love you. And sure, like you may have a family member or a friend who's known you and your spouse or your boyfriend more, at the same amount of time, but I feel like it's just always easier to bring in to first solve things amongst each other, amongst yourselves, and to second, get help from a third party source, like be it a pastor or a friend who knows both of you and who can be unbiased, or a counselor at the end of the day. And you both, when there's conflict in your relationship, just try to remember that you're both on the same team and there's two sides to every story. I really like that she used statements like, hey, this happened and it upset me. This is how I feel. Like when I was in college and in my counseling classes, I was a psych major. We learned that, using statements in counseling like, I feel this, or I think this, is more worthwhile. Like not using blaming other people and making them feel a certain type of way. It's more productive, like it's a lot more productive, and it's just a better way to communicate rather than just blaming the other person or just putting words in their mouth. And I know that can be so hard, especially when you're hurt, but it really will go a long way because it'll share, this is how I felt. And you never know, like they could have, just been thinking something else, or they never intended to hurt you. But like I said, like you both are on the same team, and if one of you is hurting, like both of you are losing, So I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. I really loved doing this and researching this amazing couple who have so much beautiful advice to give, and I hope it blessed you. Like I said, I have some resources down below where you can read more about the things that I mentioned in this video, and I have some blog posts about boundaries and stuff like that, and about encouraging respect for your husband, which I mentioned in the video also. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.